Fear has a smell. Most species learn that early, usually the hard way. On Virex Prime, fear carried a sharp, metallic tang, produced by glands near the spine when prey realized it was being hunted. Among the Zalthari, it was considered a weakness, so obvious it was almost insulting. Fear was something you sensed before you saw it, tasted before you spoke. That was why Lady Kilira of the High Court paused when she stood before the human. He did not smell afraid. The chamber was designed to inspire terror. Vast and open, carved from black crystal that absorbed light instead of reflecting it, the Hall of Judgment rose hundreds of meters upward, its ceiling lost in shadow. Bioluminescent sigils pulsed slowly along the walls, each representing a conquered system or a civilization brought into peaceful compliance by the Zalthari Dominion. Kilira stood at the center dais, her tall, willowy form draped in ceremonial armor that shimmered like liquid obsidian. Her eyes, 4 of them, arranged in an elegant arc, focused on the lone figure below. The human stood with his hands clasped behind his back. No chains. No restraints. That alone was unusual. "State your designation," Kilira commanded, her voice amplified by the chamber's resonance fields. "Elias Mercer," he replied evenly. "Exploration Corps. Terran Union." His accent was soft, almost calm. Too calm. Around them, the assembled nobles and warriors of the High Court shifted uneasily. Humans were new to Zalthari space, curious, fragile creatures who compensated for their weakness with reckless courage and unpredictable diplomacy. This one had been found drifting near a restricted anomaly zone, his ship disabled but intact. Trespass into Zalthari territory was punishable by execution. Kilira descended 1 step from the dais, her presence pressing down on him like gravity. "You understand where you are, human," she said. "And what judgment awaits you." "Yes," Elias said. "And yet," she continued, narrowing her eyes, "you show no fear." That was when she said the words that would echo through history. "You don't look like you're scared at all, human." For the first time, the chamber went completely silent. Elias met her gaze. Not defiantly. Not submissively. Honestly. "I am," he said. "Just not of you." A ripple passed through the court, sharp intakes of breath, subtle flares of threat pheromones. Kilira felt it too. Shock, sharp and unexpected, surged through her neural crest. "Explain," she said, though her voice betrayed a flicker of curiosity. "I've been afraid most of my life," Elias continued. "Of dying alone. Of never meaning anything. Of the universe being empty and cruel for no reason." He gestured subtly to the chamber. "Compared to that, you're real." That answer struck her harder than any insult. The Zalthari revered fear, not as weakness, but as acknowledgement of power. To deny fear was arrogance. To redirect it was unheard of. Kilira studied him carefully now. "You trespassed into forbidden space," she said. "You disabled our perimeter array. You survived an anomaly that has consumed fleets. Do you know why you are still alive?" "I assumed you wanted answers," Elias said. "About the anomaly." Her inner membranes fluttered. He was right. The anomaly, known to the Zalthari as the Silent Maw, had appeared decades ago, devouring ships, distorting time, and defying all attempts at study. Elias's ship had emerged from its edge, with intact data logs. "You will serve as our witness," Kilira said slowly. "Your memories will be extracted." The court nodded. Memory extraction was invasive, often fatal to lesser species. Elias didn't flinch. "If that's the price," he said, "so be it." Something shifted inside Kilira then, something dangerously close to admiration. The extraction began in the mind vault, a chamber grown from psionically conductive crystal. Elias was seated within a ring of light while Kilira stood opposite him, acting as anchor. Their minds would touch. His memories would open to her. It should have been simple. It wasn't. The moment contact was made, Kilira staggered. She saw his childhood on Earth, small moments, insignificant by galactic standards, yet overwhelming in emotional density. Laughter, loss, failure, persistence. She felt his fear, not sharp and metallic like Zalthari fear, but heavy, like gravity pulling at the soul. Then she saw the anomaly. Not emptiness, not destruction, a presence. Elias had felt it too, a vast, ancient intelligence folded into space-time itself. It hadn't attacked him. It had listened. Kilira broke the connection, gasping. The court physicians rushed forward, but she waved them away. "You survived," she said, staring at Elias with something like disbelief, "because it chose not to consume you." "Yes," he said quietly. "It was lonely." The chamber erupted into chaos. The silent maw was not a thing that could feel loneliness. It was a force, a boundary, a void. And yet, Kilira had felt it too, echoing through Elias's memories. That night, she ordered him confined, not imprisoned, but housed within the inner sanctum, under her direct authority. The court protested. Rumors spread. A human, given sanctuary within the Queen Designate's domain? Unthinkable. Kilira ignored them. Over the following cycles, she summoned Elias often. They spoke of science, of culture, of fear. She learned that humans did not conquer fear. They lived with it, carried it, shaped their choices around it. "And you?" Elias asked one time, as they stood overlooking the city's glowing spires. "What are you afraid of?" Kilira hesitated. Zalthari did not admit fear, but she answered anyway. "Stagnation," she said. "That we will rule forever and never change." Elias smiled softly. "That's a very human fear." The court noticed the change in her. She hesitated before judgments, questioned ancient doctrines, proposed communication with the anomaly rather than containment. Whispers spread, dangerous ones. When the elders finally moved against her, it happened swiftly. Kilira was summoned before the High Conclave, accused of ideological contamination. Elias was brought as evidence, a living example of her corruption. "You have been influenced by this human," the Archelder declared. "He does not fear you. That is unacceptable." Kilira stepped forward. "He does not fear us because he understands us." Elias was given one chance to speak. "You stand before the rulers of 1,000 systems," the Archelder said. "Why are you not afraid?" The chamber leaned in. Elias took a breath. "Because fear is what you use to keep the universe still," he said. "And the universe isn't meant to be still." Silence. Then outrage. The sentence was immediate. Elias would be cast into the silent maw as proof of Zalthari supremacy. Kilira moved before she could stop herself. "No." The word rang through the chamber. In that moment, she chose. She turned to Elias. "When you said you weren't afraid of me," she said softly, "what did you mean?" Elias met her gaze, even now calm. "I meant," he said, "that I saw someone brave enough to change." The silent maw event horizon flared that day, not in hunger, but in response. As Elias was cast into its light, the anomaly reacted, bending around him, stabilizing, communicating in pulses that echoed through every Zalthari sensor. The universe held its breath. The anomaly spoke, not in words, but in understanding. It was a gate, a mind, a bridge waiting for someone unafraid to listen. Elias returned hours later, alive, changed, and Kilira knelt, not in submission, but in recognition.